What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, XRP's price is giving us some very bullish signals today, and I want to explain to you exactly what they are and what they could mean for XRP's price, because quite frankly, I don't see anyone else on YouTube talking about them. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And don't forget, if you do want to trade some XRP and many other cryptos on up to 500x leverage, you can use that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you sign up specifically with my link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit $3,000, they're going to give you $300 on the spot to start trading. Say you turn that into a profit, all the profit you make from that is yours. You can withdraw it, reinvest it, spend it, do whatever you want with it. It's literally an opportunity to make free gains during the bull market. So head to that BTCC link down below, go check out the platform, get to trading, and let me know what you think. Now, let me give you a little bit of context, a little bit of lay of the land of what's been going on with XRP here recently, so you can really start to understand why what we are seeing today, although the price itself isn't moving a ton, is so important. So my primary focus, realistically, with XRP recently has been wondering and trying to get clues as to whether or not this is going to be a sustainable push to the upside. I mean, I think it's going to be. I've said it rather consistently that I believe that from a macroeconomic perspective, XRP is in a better position than it's ever been. I think some of the things that have been pushing its price down and kind of just forcing, I'm trying to think of the right word, it's kind of just like condensing, but it's not condensing, compressing maybe, right? Compressing its price a little bit. I think a lot of those things have been alleviated. I do think XRP is in a spot to where its potential is way higher now than it's ever been, primarily just due to what we've seen from the SEC and in the US and things of that nature. And so as a result of that, what I've been trying to figure out is whether or not I think that this is a sustainable move, because XRP does have a history of not being sustainable. I mean, you look at all these pumps, they just go up and it comes back down. It goes up, it comes down, up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And realistically, it just doesn't really go anywhere. It just goes up and down and up and down. But this time feels different. And so what we have been on the lookout for is whether or not XRP's price can continue this move to the upside and continue some long-term sustainable growth without just immediately collapsing back to 75 cents or something like that. You know, we were getting the macro setups. We do have all these bullish things going on, right? The cup and handle pattern we've talked about recently, the 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone we've talked about recently, but it really starts to come down more to what's happening in the short term to develop a bigger picture and clearer picture of what's happening in the long term. And so what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks is monitoring this move to the upside, paying close attention to it, seeing how it's holding up, seeing if it's creating the opportunity for this to be a long-term sustainable move. And the picture that it's painting, in my opinion, is a clear one that this very much so is, and might as well very could be that move that we're looking for, a long-term sustainable move towards the upside. So today what we're going to be talking about is why what we're seeing today is so important, contributing to that vision of seeing XRP on a long-term scale continue upwards, and why what we're seeing could signal that we could be seeing some more growth from XRP here soon. Now, there are going to be some things that I'm going to talk about today that are a little bit confusing, a little bit complex, and a little bit more advanced. And if you are a beginner who's just trying to learn how all this crypto stuff works, or maybe you're completely advanced but you just want to add more tools to your toolbox and just learn more about crypto in general, what I specifically ask of you is to stick around until the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to walk you through our Discord server that is literally teaching people lessons that they're turning into strategies, and those strategies are generating hundreds of percentages a day. And so if you want to be one of these people who are progressing and growing and elevating and turning this into real life profit, all that I ask is you, again, just stick around until the end of the video. Just trust me on this. Now, looking at XRP, okay, what we're going to have to do today is we're going to have to go all the way down to the 4-hour charts. For you to see the signals that I'm talking about and the bullish signs I'm talking about, we're going to need to go down to the 4-hour charts. And what I want to talk about is what XRP did specifically at this level here. At this level right around $2.20 earlier today. Now, if you're just looking at this move, you would think, oh, cool, like XRP went up, came back down, going a little bit sideways, right? Generally, and you wouldn't be wrong, right? That's a good observation. But something is happening here that's actually much more important, and it's a sign that in the grand scheme of things, we are building up into what I believe can be a continuation to higher prices, meaning that XRP could be getting ready to go higher, basically. Now, in order for you to understand this, I need to explain something to you. When cryptos go up, okay, especially cryptos like XRP, a lot of them, realistically, guys, whenever we're getting towards the end of that macro pump, they just do this. They literally just go straight back down. No remorse, nothing, absolute pure raw liquidation to the downside, killing everybody in his path. I mean, I'm talking you're standing at the top of the stairs and that sketchy little demon walks up and pushes you down the stairs, paranormal activity style. You just go straight down, right? But sometimes, right? Sometimes this isn't what happens. Sometimes instead of going straight down, cryptos will do something like this. And you know what usually happens after this? Well, oftentimes this. And what I'm trying to get at here is that whenever you see cryptos go straight up, you need to pay very close attention to what they do right after they go straight up. Because when they go straight up, sometimes they're going to just crash and sometimes they're going to go sideways. But if they go sideways and if they consolidate and if the bulls are willing to step in when they need to step in, you can see it continue upwards. And this is how you can determine whether or not the top is in or not, or our goal, whether or not we're in a long-term sustainable move upwards. And what we're seeing from XRP right now is giving us some very good signs that this isn't just the end, that XRP isn't about to just go straight back down towards $1 and that this big run is over. Because what we are seeing is that the bulls are stepping in when they need to, and that's going to imply that in the big picture, they'll likely continue to do so, getting us towards those $3, $3.50, $4 levels that we're hoping for. Now, the way in which you can identify this, it's very small on the surface, but very big from a principle perspective, is by looking at this white line that I have drawn here. What you can see is that as XRP's price came back towards the downside, we put in this little three-wave move downwards, and look what happened the first time that XRP's price hit a liquidity zone. And remember, liquidity, it's just a zone in which people are willing to step in and bulls or bears are willing to step in. And you see how the most recent key point of support that we had was like right here at the bottom of this wick and right here at this little red box area, this little wick here. This is the liquidity zone, right? And look what happened with XRP the moment it hit this zone. The bull stepped in, the bull stepped in, the bulls stepped in. They stepped in on 3 different occasions over the course of 25 to 28 hours, allowing XRP's price to stabilize here and actually is trying to make a move upwards. Now, am I saying that this move is going to suffice and that we're going to see XRP absolutely take off? No, I'm not saying that's going to happen. It could happen, but I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's not the point. That's not the point of today's video. What I'm saying is that in a moment like this, where XRP came down to its very first, guys, realistically, if I go down to the hourly, I could even say it happened before this. I could say that the top of this move right here, this previous point of resistance right here, this was the first key liquidity zone. And the first time XRP came back down to this, the bulls stepped in and tried to force the price higher. Then we crashed through that level. We come back down to the next one. Now the bulls are stepping in again. What we're seeing is that the bulls, even though XRP's price is super high, super elevated, so high, they're still willing to buy at these levels. They're still willing to get in at these levels. XRP hasn't lost all of its momentum. We're in a spot to where the bulls are still willing to buy. And that is a good sign that in the long term, when these bears continue to get more and more exhausted, that we are going to see XRP's price try to establish what's called a higher low, which looks something like possibly this or like something like this, and then try to continue towards the upside in the future, exactly like we saw back here when its price came back down, hit the support level, the bulls stepped in and pushed the price upwards. So the signs that we're getting right now is that exactly what we saw back here could very well be on the way here, and although that's not a guarantee, is becoming much more likely, and that's all that we can ask for. And so because of this, these are massively bullish signs in my opinion, and these aren't things people usually talk about here on YouTube. Everybody's solely focused on the RSI or the stochastic or the MACD or Elliott's wave theory or whatever, but sometimes you need to understand pure just psychology of what these things mean and what they could imply. And that's the reason why we've been so ahead of these moves recently and why we are going to continue to do so. And so I wanted to share this with you today. Although again, it's not the biggest news ever, it's still very important. And if we do see, XRP's price come back down maybe one more time towards $2, I wouldn't be shocked to see those bulls really step in and start trying to push that price upwards towards some of those higher price targets that we've had for quite a while. So I can't wait to see what happens, and as per usual, I will continue to update you as it does happen. And don't forget, guys, if you are someone who's trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, you're trying to elevate and start making real gains, I want you to head down to the link down below to the Patreon and check it out. It's 2 options realistically: $17 a month, $5 a month, the cost of a Netflix subscription, or cheaper. And you're going to get access to the Discord server, which comes with Insights with Tyler, which is my thoughts, advice, guidance, trades every now and then, portfolio changes every now and then, and all of these things. It's just my personal feed where I give them a bunch of info every day. You're going to get daily technical analysis, daily fundamental analysis. You're going to get access to the buy and sell signals from 2 teams of professional traders who make a living and rely on trading to eat. You're going to get their buy and sell signals every day. We just made an announcement that Monday through Friday, there's going to be a live show exclusively in our server named Crypto Vault Live, where Crypto Moses is going to go over what's happening in the market, major news, technical analysis, and do Q&A sessions. There are premium classes on things like bull market investing, the Fibonacci's, Bollinger Bands. There's live workshops on things like XRP. There are beginners courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis. These are 30 minutes long, 20-page presentations going over all the basics for beginners, and I have 3 more of these coming out over the next coming weeks. We have Tyler's Tips, which are 2 to 3 minute long videos on random things, and there are premium questions, which is where premium members can go in and ask questions to me and the coaches and get answers that same day, which is insane. All this stuff is cultivating a community of people who are learning at a rate I have never seen before, and taking all of those lessons, using them to make strategies, and taking those strategies and turning it into cold hard cash, real gains. I mean, hundreds of percentages of profits every single day. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to really start to elevate, check out the link down below. It's the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper. It doesn't get much better than that. And don't forget, if you do want to start getting that 10% bonus over on BTCC, you can use that link down below. But of course, as per usual, guys, I will continue to update you on XRP as the days do go by and as we make these price movements. So if you have been enjoying the 5, 6, 7 videos we're posting every single day here on the channel, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.